You guys, I can't even get out one live stream and she's already got new material out. It's not even really new. Like, she's fucking just repeating her same old stories. But okay, let's go. Let's go. Thank you. No, I don't think so. Mm-mm-mm.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm making a homemade rice Roni, and here are some of the spices I am using.
Holy, how much butter did you put in there? Not even 10 seconds in and it already looks disgusting. Yep. Leave it to Foody.
Now, I don't know if you guys grew up on rice Roni, the San Francisco treat. So I'm starting with some vermicelli noodles and I'm going to fry them in some butter. Yeah, I know, a lot of butter.
You're practically boiling them in butter at this point.
Maybe at least like almost a stick, 3/4 of a stick. Little tiny bit of oil. And you want to fry the vermicelli noodles until they're nice and brown. Like, you know how they're white before or yellow? They have to be brown now. So once they're brown, I add the rice, basmati rice that's been soaking for about a half an hour in some water. And I added some...
Dude, look at how she's powering through her spices. She's already trying to clear the cabinets, you guys. She's already considering whether or not she's going to stay in Kuwait. She's trying to clear the cabinets already.
Chicken stock cubes, I added 2 of those. And I'm going to cook it until it's bubbling like this. So you want to boil it until it's got bubbles on the surface like this. And then reduce the heat and let it cook for another 14 minutes. And here is the result.
Another beige masterpiece. The rice looks wet, greasy and overcooked.
Yeah,
our homemade
it looks absolutely disgusting. Do you ever read the directions on any of these packages that tell you how much water to add, that tell you how much butter to add, that tell you, first of all, most of them don't even say to add oil. That's like something that you can like put a drop in to try and make it a bit more moist. Are you reading instructions, Chantel? Are you reading instructions? Because if you were, I'm fairly certain you would be doing all of this in a much smaller pot with a lid. And then watching for the water to absorb into the rice. Like, seriously, this woman cooks like she's 12.
Rice-a-roni. Yes.
No.
And accompanying the rice this evening, I have a homemade rotisserie chicken. I just put in the oven, and as you can see, it's juicy. The juice is coming out the leg there with a whole bunch of spices. Just my pretty much entire spice rack. And here is my din-din. Hello guys, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another video.
Well, that rack that you used, whatever dish that is that you used, doesn't look like it was deep enough for you to actually baste that chicken while it was cooking. So the chicken's probably dry as fuck.
Oh, this is, I guess, a mukbang. Eat dinner with me, whatever you want to call it. I'm eating on camera. So yeah, if eating bugs you, then this might not be the video for you.
My God, 2/3 of a serving plate of rice and pasta. Gall. You cooked a whole chicken and you're going to eat a handful of it. It would be much better for you to fill up on chicken than that monstrosity you made.
Well, you're going to make the point that she's watching the reactor channels. I literally made this point the other day that she needs to start just serving herself actual, like, single serving sizes. So if she's going to give herself a single serving size of what that looks like breast meat, because like I said in my video, she has previously mentioned that she likes the white meat only. She doesn't like the dark meat. So it doesn't make sense for her to buy whole chickens. She should be buying the kind of meat that she's willing to eat. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. She's just forcing herself to down stuff that she doesn't even like, which is, I guess, part of her BED. But I don't know if this is like some sort of payment arrangement that she has with the feeders. But yeah, she definitely put way fucking too much rice on the plate, but also, why are you eating off a serving platter? Chantel, get some like actual normal human plates, not something that you put on the table when you're serving it out to a family.
A little while since I've done this recorded. Since I've been back, I haven't done one yet. So, let's get to. I'm just having something I had for dinner. You guys saw in the intro how I made the rice. Very good vermicelli curry rice. And just a roasted chicken with a bunch of spices on it. You know, all kinds of spices. I just throw pretty much every spice I have on it. Put a bit of olive oil. So some water.
Are you left-handed now? I don't think you are, right? You're not left-handed. So why is the spoon in your left hand, Chantel?
And some yogurt. So, bismillah. This is like one of my favorite meals. You guys know I have little baby pickles. Greens, arugula. And I'm just going to take a piece of chicken, some rice here. Beauty bite. The chicken is nice and tender. Wow. So I want to talk to you guys.
Well, if it's nice and tender, then why do you need to moisten it up with yogurt? Do you need the yogurt? I mean, it doesn't seem like it matches anything else. It doesn't seem complementary to anything else on the plate. So why are you including yogurt unless you made that chicken really fucking dry?
I've been wanting to do like story time.
Oh no, here comes another food memory from 30 years ago.
Of my travel journey.
Again, you already talked about it in a video and in a live stream.
From start to finish. I have done like little bits here and there in live streams, but I find this travel very exhausting. But I also see it as like a challenge, and no matter how unhealthy I am, the Aries in me loves challenges.
I thought zodiacs were haram.
So my flight was booked on April 24th, the Wednesday, and I had it booked for a little while because if you book international flights last minute, it's crazy. Just go on the Qatar website and try to book something last minute, you'll see.
Right, okay.
So when I decided that I wanted to come back for sure, I told Salah, he booked me a flight.
Lies. You waited for your AdSense payment that came through the 23rd and booked immediately after. He didn't pay for anything.
I decided to take the same bus I always take. My family always offers to drive me.
She's clearly been watching reaction channels. You don't have to make up a lie about everything.
I say no, because I don't really like putting people out for that reason. This is so good, by the way.
Oh, really? Oh, really? You don't like... have you never driven your mom to the airport, or your sister to the airport, or Pete's to the airport? You've never done this for them, so you can't ask them to do it for you. I mean, I have done this for friends and family myself, and so I have no problem asking friends and family to drive me to the airport when I need to travel. And then I know that my car is safely stored in my garage, Chantel.
I saw, I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know if that's a worm in the arugula. No, I don't want to eat.
Dude, it was probably a maggot. Because of not only where you're buying food, because you're taking it away from the pores, right? I mean, that kind of stuff, like, you have to be careful of that stuff from Costco, too. When you get things and they put everything in boxes for you, right? You could end up taking cockroaches home with you. But that arugula did not look fresh. So that might have been one of her first purchases, or something that got left behind in the fridge while the shelves were molding, with the ketchup being the only other thing there. So we're talking about that was probably a maggot in her arugula. That's so... And on top of it, she's using her hands for the salad. And instead of discarding the plate where there was a maggot, she's like, well, I'll just like, get rid of this one portion. I don't need to get rid of all my rice. No. Why would I need to get rid of all of my rice?
Eat it. I'm like, I have ick. I got on the bus. Nobody sat beside me the whole way. Made a few other stops. Finally, I get there. It's like 4:45. I get out of the bus, get a cart, put my luggage on it, which was really hard to do, but I did it. And then I get into the terminal. So I made my way to departures. Already there's a line. And then I had to stand for like 45 minutes to check my luggage. And
do they not have curbside check-in? I mean, I've never traveled internationally, so somebody can correct me in the comments or whatever, but I've always used curbside check-in if I actually have check-in luggage. Usually my trips are only a couple of days, but if I'm like leaving for a week or something, I'm going to use curbside check-in.
the girl said that I was over. My luggage was over. She's like, yeah, it is heavy. You're over by 2 kg. And she's like, it's going to be $100. I'm like, how much is it? Like, I'll just pay. So it's going to be $104. I'm like, I'll pay it. I don't care. And then I told her, I'm like, you know what? My luggage is heavy because it was my birthday trip and I got a lot of extra clothes. And she was like, oh, I don't want to charge you on your birthday. And I was like, are you sure I don't want you to get in trouble?
Yeah, she also lies about this one too. Because the other live stream she did where she was showing all the hair products and perfumes and lotions and stuff that she supposedly got as birthday gifts, she said that same check-in woman said, do you want to just get rid of the Wella conditioner since it's already partially used? How would she fucking know? How would she know that you had that in your suitcase if you couldn't open it because a bra might pop out, right? A bra might pop out. So how did she know what was inside your suitcase?
No, it's okay.
Wow, that is shameless.
Make my way to security. Everything goes fine. I saw St. Hubert's and I was like, I really want to eat this one last time because I won't get to eat it for a long time. So I decided to check it out. I got a chicken burger, fries, you saw what I had. And I go to ask for an extra gravy and she's like, ma'am, there's a whole all-you-can-have gravy dispenser. Although, believe it or not, I only had one cup. We boarded on time. I had a window seat. The guy who had the aisle seat, I said, do you want to switch? Because my stomach was feeling weird and I knew I would have to go to the bathroom. Then another guy came, big guy, sat in the middle seat. I had to get a seatbelt extension,
Well, did the big guy have to get a seatbelt extension? How big was the guy? Was he as big as you? Did he need a seatbelt extender like you did? Because it kind of sounds like he didn't. So maybe you should stop body shaming that dude.
Asked the lady, the cabin crew, for a seatbelt extender, and everyone was staring at me. Like, everyone, as she was hooking it up for me. It was hard for me to do, given that, it was so cramped because of the guy in the middle and me and my size. I didn't really care. Whatever, I'm used to stairs. Another reason I wanted to get the St. Hubert's was so I would be full for the whole flight. Because the tray table doesn't come down on me. And I guess I'm just sharing this because as a bigger person, having all this extra weight adds so much stress to travel, which is already stressful for a fit person. So all the walking on travel day, I do wear compression stuff.
Yeah, she got that from the React channels too. That, yes, it's already stressful for us as well. And we can only imagine how crazy this is for her that she keeps doing this every 3 months to renew her visa.
Stockings. But then we get to Doha, Qatar, and then I had a 2-hour transfer. I was so happy to be back in the presence of a bidet. And just I could smell oud in the air, and I'm like, I'm in the Middle East. You see all the prayer rooms, and it's just yes. Plane was a really nice plane, and it was empty. It was almost empty. I had the whole row to myself.
She got that one from the Owl channel when she reviewed one of her her trip out to Canada. She said, well, yeah, she just walked right by a prayer room. No, it was the mall. It was the mall. But she did point it out in the airport as well, that there are prayer rooms and that they're separated for men and women. So, yeah, she's watching all of us.
If I lean back and I just like enjoyed the flight. Like I just dozed off a bit. Yeah, we landed in Kuwait. Finally my luggage comes. I struggle to get it on. I go out and you guys saw Salah wait.
What'd you do for 7 hours during your layover? You had a 7-hour layover. What did you do in the Qatar airport for 7 hours? That's the part of your story that's missing.
For me, it was so, I get so emotional when it's just the idea of somebody that cares about you and loves you waiting for you, you know? You see everyone else waiting for everyone to come out. So immediately he took over the stressful parts, like carrying the luggage through, and parking garage, like there was a juice station, and he was like, do you want a cold juice? You could see how hot and tired I was. So I got a lemon mint juice, cold. I said, he knows like to say extra cold, they'll put a bit more ice in it, and then they add a lot of ice and then they strain it and makes a juice. So going forward, inshallah, all travel will not be done alone.
I mean, we've seen the footage, Chantal. You seemed obviously very tired, but you didn't seem at all excited to see Salah, and his voice was lackluster as well. And normally when you've been apart from somebody that you love, that you're in a relationship with for a month, your reaction's going to be a little different than that.
Salah will be there to help me, and because Thailand was pretty easygoing compared to this travel. It wasn't as long either. Like 12 hours on a plane is just, it's so long. 12 hours straight. Anyways, that's the story. This is a long video, I can see, so yeah, I apologize about that, but this dinner was so good. Oh my gosh. I hope it wasn't too boring for you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Well, thank you again. No, I don't think so, for covering this. I will, of course, share your link to your video, and I don't even know what to say about her. She can't, it's been 4 days since she's arrived in Kuwait, and she still has 7 hours of unaccounted travel time. I don't know what to tell you, Chantal. And you cook like a 12-year-old. It's disgusting.